This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by the Spice and Tea Exchange of Rehoboth.
Well, we told you the tea was going to be hot and a little juicy today with our Spill the Tea, thanks to our friends at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Charlie, what's the tea that we are drinking today?
Let's take a look, and I can already smell it in the
yeah.
air. It's got a nice cinnamony vibe. Red Hot Toddy
Nice.
Herbal Tea. Love that. Cinnamon lovers rejoice. A deliciously daring medley of ribose, apple, and unapologetic amounts of cinnamon.
Yum.
Boldly aromatic and indulgent. Enjoy this naturally caffeine-free blend any time of day.
Ooh, sounds good to me. So, Charlie, why don't you get to spilling, and I, too, will get to spilling the hot tea. Let's dive right in. Is she wrong for getting upset that her partner friended his ex on social media? I feel like I know where we're all going with this one. A woman found out that her partner recently reconnected with his ex online. He says it's harmless, no big deal, but she feels like it's something that should have been communicated. Now he's saying she's overreacting and being insecure. What do you think? Should he have told her first, or is it really not a big deal?
I don't know if you guys have heard us talk about this before, but there's this one word we use a lot, communication. You save yourselves a lot of trouble because it really, all exes and relationships are not the same. So
and if it wasn't a big deal, you would have just said something.
Yeah, so if it was like, hey, I was going to do this, like, you know, we're still cool, but we're not, you know, it's not a problem. Is it going to make you feel uncomfortable? That's one thing. To just do it and then clearly she is uncomfortable with it is another thing. You probably can't get away with that.
I have a sneaking suspicion the main reason she's uncomfortable with it is because he didn't say anything. Because again, if it really wasn't a big deal, you would have said, hey, this might be weird, but like this girl that we used to date in high school friended me, like it wasn't that serious. Are you okay if I accept the friend invite?
And also, regardless of what the situation is, it feels like she's just got that gut feeling that this isn't okay. And that gut feeling, it's not always right, but it's got a high batting percentage.
It really does. But as always, we turn the tea over to the people, and this is what the people have to say. Steve is saying, yeah, that should have been communicated with her. Donald asked a few more follow-up questions saying, you know, how strong was her relationship with her partner? How long ago was the ex part of his life? Good communication and giving space are both part of a strong romance.
Also, why weren't they still friends? How bad of a breakup was it that was no longer a case, that there had to then be a going back? Was it on a different platform that they didn't use before? Like, there are some questions, but I defer to the gut.
Yeah, I defer to the gut, and I mean it's up to her whether she wants to follow the, you know, keep your friends close but your enemies closer policy, or not so much. But it's definitely something that, as we have said many a time in this segment and many a time on this show, it's all about communication, and we are about to communicate to you how good this tea is.
Talk to your partners, people. This saves you a lot of trouble.
Saves you a lot of trouble. And the Spice and Tea Exchange can help you with a lot of your stress just by drinking a good cup of tea. And this one's very relaxing, very soothing.
You know what? Maybe get rid of the boyfriend, get some tea, see what you can do there. Maybe you bump into a new boyfriend in the store.
That's right. So we'll give you a minute to plan out your shopping list at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. When we get back, though, we're breaking down a lot of information for you, especially when it comes to land ownership and manufactured home ownership.
Yes.
That's on the way.